between U.S. and Russian officials in 3 years. U.S. President Donald Trump told reporters he thinks the end of the war in Ukraine is in sight.
Horrible thing. Both Russia and Ukraine, they're losing thousands and thousands of soldiers, and a lot of people have been killed too. I think that's one of the things that you'll see historically, and you'll see later on as it goes along. I think people are going to be surprised at how many people, not only soldiers, have been killed in Ukraine.
Trump campaigned on ending the war, which he blamed on President Volodymyr Zelensky, even though it was Russian troops that invaded Ukraine on February 24, 2022. But Zelensky and European leaders weren't included in the U.S.-Russia meeting in Saudi Arabia, something that angered them.
I am sure that for Ukraine, for Europe, for our region, it is fundamental that any negotiations on ending the war do not take place behind the backs of the key actors affected by the consequences of Russian aggression.
Even so, the U.S. is pushing ahead, saying Russia and Ukraine will have to be flexible if they want peace.
In order to bring an end to any conflict, there has to be concessions made by all sides. We're not going to predetermine what those are.
The UK and other European countries have said they're willing to send their troops to Ukraine as peacekeepers, something Trump welcomed.
Well, if we have a peace deal, I think having troops over there from the standpoint of Europe, we won't have to put any over there because, we're very far away. But having troops over there would be fine.
Russia has long objected to what it calls the creep of NATO toward its western border, and it's already calling the NATO peacekeeper idea a non-starter.
We explained today that the appearance of armed forces from the same NATO countries, but under a false flag, under the flag of the European Union or under national flags, does not change anything in this regard. Of course, this is unacceptable to us.
What made Tuesday's meeting noteworthy is the two nations had all but broken ties because of Ukraine. Now Russia and the U.S. are rebuilding those ties because both countries say they share concerns that go beyond the war. Rosalind Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.